Hello, everyone. Welcome to my seventh Entrypoint Waterfast. This is actually the ninth day of the seventh fast. So, for the past 9 days, I've been drinking water only, nothing else. And for those of you who are listening to me for the first time, please first check the links in the commentary to this video because today I want to be I want to speak to people who actually are doing this water fast with me, or to the future people who open this video on their ninth day. So I would like to congratulate you because you are very special. I'll tell you why. As I said, this is my seventh water fast since 2019. So throughout my life, and I ran into many people who who watch me do the fasting, who watch me on my Czech Facebook, where I do streams from my fast, and a lot of the people, they decided that they are going to try fasting, and as you can also see in the links, in the description to this video, I published before I started this fast, I published a video where I said, "Hey everyone, try it with me." And then in the next video, I told you the reasons why everyone, if you're not sick right now, why everyone should do 7 days at least. And if you manage the first 7 days and you manage to get to the ninth day, even if you quit after the seventh day, I want to congratulate you because, as I said, since 2019, so many people tried water fasting, and I would say that 90%, 95% of the people that I came in touch with, they would quit before they would reach the seventh day. Now, I'm not going to go into all the reasons why you should do the first 7 days, but because you got in past the first 9 days, right now, you are in for a big treat. Because in fact, right now, this is the time after the 6, 7 days that the benefits of water fasting start to kick in. And as you know, when you start drinking and stop eating, you turn off your digestive tract. This already gives you about 40% extra energy during the day. Now, because the body doesn't get any glucose and it needs energy, it converts into ketogenesis, which means that it starts getting energy from its fat. Now, once you get into ketogenesis, that's the state that you want to get into, and that's when the water fast starts. It takes people about 5, 7, 6 days, and because now it's my ninth day, I'm in the ketosis state. And if you manage all the way to the ninth day, you are in the state also. And let me tell you why this state is extremely special and why it's even more special during fasting. Now, I believe that the human genetic code, the way we came here evolutionary. We know from history that this genetic code has been for the past 250,000 years. And we know that similar code was here millions and millions of years ago from the apes or hominids that we came from. Now, during this time, there's one special thing. Carbohydrates entered our diet 10,000 BC. That when farming entered human civilization. This means that for the previous 240,000 years and the million years before, there was no carbohydrate diet, and our bodies are evolutionary made for regular diet but without carbohydrates. Now, everything I'm telling you, it's not that it's something that I thought of, but it's scientifically proven. A lot of the things that I'm telling you are also from the book Sapiens, which I recommend. So the human body is not made for the carbohydrate diet. So when you stop eating and you get into the ketosis state, that's actually the natural state of our body. That's what we are. That's the state that the body loves and is made for. And if you've never tried fasting before, this ninth day, this is actually your first time in your life, because no matter where you live on this planet, or how much food you have, every day you eat carbohydrates many times a day. So this is the first time in your life that your body will experience what it's like when it's in the state that it's made for. Now, what's even more important, and I said it in the beginning, why it's important during fasting, because to get into ketosis, the standard way is that you cut off carbohydrates and you eat keto diet only, proteins, fats, and green vegetables. But even though if you eat this diet, there will always be some carbohydrate in it. And I know it for myself because I was eating keto diet. I was doing tests, and there's a test paper, and if it's white, there are no ketones, and if it only starts getting just a little bit pink or dark pink, then all of a sudden, that right away, once the ketones are made, that means that you are in ketosis. Now, I remember when I did this test during the water fast, the first one I did, I think it was after 2 weeks, I took the little paper, and it wasn't pink, it wasn't dark pink, it wasn't purple, it was black. So that's why during the entry point water fast, you get not into ketosis state, but you get into superketosis state. If you want to know more about the benefits, you can Google, the benefits of keto diet and multiply it by 100. But I'll tell you about real ones that you can check out right away. So first of all, if you check out my, there are links in the description to this video, and one I called Discovery 2020, and it was my finding that when you're in this superketosis state, the huge advantage is that you are eliminating cancer cells. Why are you eliminating cancer cells? Well, because cancer cells can only consume glucose from carbohydrates. But they cannot consume ketones. But healthy cell can consume ketones. So if you're in the superketosis state, you are actually killing off cancer cells. Now, everything that I'm saying and that I say in the video is also reference to my interview with world oncologist Jocelyn Tan. So the full interview, or 55 minutes about all of this, is published on my YouTube profile. So again, in superketosis state, right now, because you made it to the 9th day, so probably for the past 2 days, you are already killing any cells that might be switching into the cancer mode. It's great. Congratulations. So another advantage that this has, you probably heard of diabetes. Now, the simple thing with diabetes is that it's just a side effect of our human body evolutionary not being able to process so much sugar and carbohydrates. Now, of course, there are some people who can eat sugar and carbohydrates and they are fine. But as you know, from what you see around yourself, diabetes is something that almost everyone has, and it comes from the body not being able to process so much sugar. It's just like when there are certain groups of people who cannot process milk because they are missing the enzyme that can break down lactose, so they have problems with it. So when you cut off when you just drink water, all of a sudden, your pancreas and your whole body, everything can just like, the tolerance towards insulin, everything can get back to normal. So that's another advantage. Let me tell you another one. Again, the links to it are in the video with the hashtag Discovery 2020. And that is your immune system will will improve. Why will it improve? Because as the study in the magazine Nature that was published in November 2019 states that if you the way it says it says if, that they fed mice with the keto diet, and they found out that it dramatically lowered the risk of transmitting any type of coronavirus. Now, the reason for that is that because you eat sugar in fact is a poison. So if you eat carbohydrates every day, your immune system is overhyped, and then you have more inflammations, and in fact, it's weaker. But if you eliminate carbohydrates, then the immune system can relax, and it's actually much stronger. So hey, you are already 2 days in the super immune phase of your life, and you don't have to worry about all the viruses and pandemics that are happening because you are super immune. Now, let me tell you another advantage of this superketosis state. And actually, it's the one that connects to our second topic. Again, the brain scans that I'm going to be talking about, you can find in the video with the hashtag Discovery 2020. The scans that I saw, one was a scan of a brain that's on the standard carbohydrate diet, the way we all eat, and the other brain scan was of a brain that's eating, that's on keto diet, that's in ketosis. And the I can see you can see the brain, and there you can see colors, and the colors showed where all the nutrients are able to get to the brain. And on the scan with the carbohydrate diet, the brain was filled, I would say, about 85, 90%, 80%, 75, around there. But but it doesn't matter how less or not, but it was less, which actually surprised me because I always thought that every part of our brain is getting nutrients evenly, and that is not true. And actually, those areas which are not getting regular nutrients are logically the ones that you can, that are the centers for stroke or epilepsy. So then, when I checked the the other brain scan, there the brain was 100% full of nutrients. So just the fact, which is crazy, that you stop eating and you drink only water for the past 2 days, your brain is getting way more because the ketones are much smaller than the glucose. Then this way, your brain is getting way more nutrients than during the standard diet. Now, let me tell you another fact that supports this, what I'm saying. I have a friend, he's a doctor, and I asked him if there are more ways how to find out if I'm in ketosis, if using the test paper, the test strip, if that's the only way. And he said there is one more way you can find out. I said, tell me. And he said, you will start to feel happy and excited. That's I'm not I'm asking him, and is that a joke? He's like, no, that's for real. You will feel flushes of joy. And I can tell from my experience that that's exactly what I experience when I get into super ketosis. That every now and then you feel like these flashes of happiness and joy. And during my, I think about a year ago or 2 years ago, I got in touch with a company called ABC Diet, and I devised a keto diet, which is a diet in box made out of fresh ingredients, but it's keto diet. And we got together and made this, and let's say now a year later they have a lot of customers, and the owner contacted me, let's say 6 months or 3 months or however many months after we started, and he told me that he has a client who's eating this keto diet, and that the client told the owner that this is an amazing diet because it completely changes life. Now, calling it a diet, I find it's not the right way. It should be called a functional diet. Functional diet, because it's not about losing weight, but it's about giving the real fuel to your body so that your body can work optimally. So this owner tells him, you know what? Since I started eating this keto diet from you, I have more energy in life. I've been able to organize myself better. I've been better to, I've been more productive, and I feel happier and I feel joy. And I and I asked the owner, I asked him, and what did you tell the client? And the owner said, you know what, you speak exactly like George. He devised this diet. So when you're in the super ketosis state, your brain is working optimally, and of course that shows in your life because you're more aware of things, and you can you are more creative. You're more your awareness is more sharp. Now this leads to my second topic, and that's meditation. Of course, if you meditate, imagine how deep, how let's say more product, how much more you can get from meditating if you're in the super ketosis state, and your brain is also in the super state because it's filled with joy. So of course your meditations will be much deeper. Now in the another side effect of super ketosis is that around these days, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think the longest was for me, I think was 11 days during my second water fast. You completely lose interest in food. The first 7 days, you are fighting with everything, but now you are fine. Now, I was telling you how to use entry point fasting during the first 7 days as meditation, how to work with the cravings that you have. Now, I'll also compare the first 7, because I compare Entrypoint Waterfast with the standard meditation. And in the standard meditation, it takes you in the beginning several minutes to take, several deep breaths and to calm down. But that's the same thing with the first 7 days of fasting, because the first 7 days take the body to get into superketosis state. And now it will take a few days for the body to get used to it. And now, how are you going to meditate? Since the tastes are not appearing, well, now you can start trying something which I call super meditation. Because the standard meditation is that you sit down, you close your eyes, you start breathing, and then you practice your technique. But super meditation is that you actually meditate with your eyes open. Now, why would you want to meditate with your eyes open? Well, because the root of the only reason of doing any meditation is that you realize that which is aware of the thoughts and everything, that you are not the thought. Because the problem is, the reason why we have so many thoughts in your head is that you think that they are your thoughts. So they're extremely interesting. So imagine it's like a thought is your child. So your child appears, then of course you will pay attention to the child. You can meditate many times, but if your child that you feel love and connection to appears, of course you will pay attention to the child. And the practice of meditation is trying to make you realize that the thought is not your child, that the thought is just like when a flash flashes during a storm, has nothing to do with you. And when you realize that, it will not have any power over you. It might appear and it will disappear. So that's the reason why you meditate. But of course, this is not only about the thoughts, but this is something that you should take to your everyday life. Imagine if right now all Russians, Ukrainians, everyone would just realize, you would just like could flash them with the little light from Men in Black, that they would forget, the history, that they would forget, the where they were born. They would forget, and when they would wake up, they would speak all the same language. I bet you anything there would be no war. The only reason there is war, because they have attachment to constructs. Now, of course, the attachments and the constructs, they are good for us, because that's what helped and drove the civilization to evolve. But now someone should say, hey, hold on. Don't be like, it feels like there's like two soccer clubs, and the fans, they go and fight almost to death because of some, soccer team. So when you do the first 7 days and a taste or craving for food appears, you can use the fasting, and I described it in the previous video. You can, as in the meditation, you have a thought, and you don't want the thought to capture you and take your attention away. So that's the same thing with when you fast and a craving appears. It's not your craving. It's not your thought. It's not your child. It's just craving. And this is what you practice the first 7 days. But now you got into the super ketosis state. Your brain is running top notch. Your immune system is strong. Your body has extra energy. And now it's the time to start doing the meditation with open eyes, so that's where I'm trying to get to. Meditation is great, but when you meditate, nothing gets done. Now imagine that you could meditate during the whole day, get all the benefits from meditating, and still be able to work. And not only that you will be way more productive, because during this meditative state, you are almost very, very close to a state that's called the flow. The flow, when it feels like anything that you do is just, you lose yourself in it. It's like that's what's called the 100% performance. No one, you can you cannot almost experience the 100% experience, because in order to get to 100%, you have to lose yourself and just be. But in that state, everything works 100%. Imagine that through this super meditation, you could actually be more productive and make more optimal choices in your life. Now, that is what I'm going to talk about next time. Next time, I don't know when it's going to be, tomorrow, in a few days, in a week, I don't know. So for sure, if you are fasting and you made it all the way to the 9th day, really congratulations, because you are one of the few. If it really happened, please write me a message, because I would like to hear from you. If you made it to the 7th day, also congratulations. Write me. I'm really happy that you made it. If you have any questions, feel free to write me. If this is your first time and you have no idea what I'm talking about, please check all the links in the description to this video, because there you will find all the answers. And again, if you have any questions, write me. And if you actually are looking at this video in the future, then welcome here. And if you like this video, write to George in the future, because I'm sure that in the future he will be also happy as right now if he gets a message from you. So take care and enjoy your Entrypoint Waterfast. Bye-bye.